Good news! Pi Explained community. We're excited to announce that our YouTube videos are now translated into over 100 languages worldwide. Now you can enjoy our content in your preferred language by simply selecting your own language in the subtitles settings. Thank you for your continued support, and we hope this makes our videos even more accessible to pioneers everywhere. Now back to the video. The PiNetwork, a mobile-first cryptocurrency project launched in 2019, has garnered attention for its ambitious goal of making digital currency accessible to millions through a user-friendly app. By 2025, it claims over 60 million engaged users, referred to as pioneers, who mine Pi coins via smartphones without energy-intensive processes. The recent Pi domain auction, introduced on Pi Day 2025, March 14th, marks a significant step in expanding the network's utility, aiming to integrate blockchain-based digital identities into real-world commerce. With speculation about billion-dollar valuations and the auction's role in driving Pi's ecosystem, this development deserves a closer look. The Pi domain auction allows users to bid for unique domain names ending in Pi, functioning as digital addresses within the Pi ecosystem. These domains are akin to traditional web domains but operate primarily on the Pi browser, with compatibility for legacy browsers via a PiNet.com extension, EHE. JoePi becomes JoePiNet.com. The auction, running until June 28, 2025, has seen intense activity. Over 200,000 bids from 40,000 unique bidders for 95,000 domains, with nearly 3 million Pi coins staked. High-profile bids like 30,000 Pi for Amazon Pi signal strong demand, particularly for names tied to major brands, suggesting businesses see potential in Pi's blockchain-based infrastructure. Pi's utility hinges on its ability to create a decentralized economy where users can transact seamlessly. The Pi domains serve as a platform-level utility, enabling businesses, developers, and individuals to establish recognizable digital identities for apps, stores, or services. Unlike app-specific features, these domains leverage the collective engagement of Pi's community, over 19 million identity-verified users and 12 million on the blockchain, to drive commerce. For example, a merchant could use StorePi to create a trusted digital storefront, accepting Pi as payment, which could foster adoption in regions with limited banking access. The auction's economic impact is twofold. It circulates Pi coins and reduces their supply through a burning mechanism, where coins spent on bids are reinvested into ecosystem development, such as developer grants and Pi Fest events. This deflationary strategy aims to counter inflation concerns, given Pi's reported 11.1 billion total supply. If Pi's value stabilizes or rises, currently trading below $1 after a dip from its $2.98 peak, the ecosystem could see significant capital inflows. Speculation about a billion-dollar valuation stems from the auction scale and Pi's user base, though achieving this depends on broader adoption and market trust. Critics, however, raise valid concerns. The Pi domain's limited accessibility, primarily functional within the Pi browser, may hinder mainstream use unless third-party wallets and browsers integrate support. Governance issues also loom. The Pi core team retains significant control, with the ability to invalidate bids or reserve domains, e.g. Pi or core team, raising questions about decentralization. Trademark disputes like bids for Google.Pi could spark legal challenges, and the lack of regulatory oversight fuels skepticism about long-term viability. Some users on platforms like Reddit argue Pi resembles a closed network, limiting its Web3 credentials compared to open blockchains like Ethereum. Supporters counter that Pi domains mirror the early .com boom, where early adopters secured valuable digital real estate. If Pi achieves mass adoption, premium domains could become high-value assets, potentially worth millions, as seen with .com sales decades ago. The auction's proceeds, funneled into developer programs, could spur innovation, creating apps that integrate Pi payments for goods, services, or even microtransactions in emerging markets. Pi Fest 2025, a commerce event with 100,000 registered merchants, showcased real-world use with 49,000 active sellers listed on Pi's merchant map. The billion-dollar question is whether Pi can translate its user base and auction momentum into a sustainable economy. Optimists point to potential exchange listings like South Korea's Upbit, which could boost liquidity and push Pi's price back toward $1 or beyond. However, transparency issues, critics note the core team's vague communication, and regulatory hurdles, including delays in listings on major exchanges like Binance, temper expectations. Without wider blockchain adoption or fiat trading pairs, Pi's utility risks remaining speculative. In conclusion, the PI domain auction underscores PiNetwork's ambition to build a Web3 ecosystem rooted in accessibility and community. While its billion-dollar potential hinges on execution, scaling infrastructure, resolving governance concerns, and driving adoption, the auction's early success suggests a growing appetite for Pi's vision. Whether it becomes a transformative force or a cautionary tale depends on how it navigates the complex interplay of technology, trust, and market dynamics in the years ahead. Thank you for your incredible support. Subscribe to our Pi Explained YouTube channel and earn Pi rewards.